Yo, in this video, we'll be looking at scary and creepy TikTok stories that will give you chills.
Things caught at hospitals. This 2020 hospital footage shows an employee inside a hospital's laboratory while minding his own business with the rotary evaporators. Suddenly, one of the jars of distillate inexplicably falls off the table, breaking on the floor. Upon noticing the broken jar, the employee leaves the room to tell his supervisor about what just happened. Not amused with what he's witnessing, the supervisor dismisses the employee, who leaves the room in anger. Shortly after, another employee arrives in the room
check
to
the
clean the
camera.
spilled distillate when suddenly, another jar appears to inexplicably move on its own towards the end of the table.
This is the face of
Check the
Ronald
camera.
Papo, a homeless man who's been brutally attacked by a living zombie.
Yeah, we heard about this story.
On May 26, 2012, he loses his eyes, eyebrows, nose, lips, and face to a man named Rudy
Chills,
Eugene.
for real,
80% of his face is
definitely
eaten on
gave
the
me
side of a
chills.
highway in Miami, Florida, and authorities assume the suspect is having a bad trip due to a new drug on the market that turns people into real-life zombies. However, when the test results come back, the drug report stuns everyone involved. I've done a full breakdown of the case here, and it is grisly.
I can't even imagine, like, what? Someone trying to eat your face?
Ads on YouTube must be so annoying, but with 3 clicks, you can install an ad blocker and you'll never see ads again.
This was the last photo ever taken of 66-year-old Geraldine Logger. On the 22nd of July 2013, Gerry Logger suddenly went missing on a trail when she was hiking. Her body was found nearly 2 years later in October 2015 by another hiker. Unfortunately, it was later found out that she got lost on the trail and died after 19 days living in the wilderness. Authorities also found that she had kept a journal and wrote in it every day that she was missing.
The scariest emails ever received. On May 14th, 2011, Kiara Davis received an email on her computer. Before opening it, she read the subject line, which said, "Please listen to me carefully, Kiara." This piqued her interest, so she clicked it. The email read, "Hello, Kiara. My name is not important. However, I know everything about you. 2 years ago, you moved out of your apartment and into your new house in Fairbanks. Your new house in Fairbanks used to belong to me. Until you move out of this house, I will continue following and messaging you. Sincerely, closer than you think." This email freaked out Kiara, so she called the police. The police didn't really do much because they just told her to go and lock her doors. A few years go by, nobody's emailed her and nobody's messaged her, so she just thinks all of this has kind of gone away. Until December 15th, 2014, a new email pops up. This is 3 years later. The subject line read, "Kiara, I told you." She opened the email and there was a link to a video. There were over 300 videos of this mysterious person walking around Kiara's house late at night. 12 of them included watching Kiara sleep. Kiara eventually moved, but the suspect was never caught. If you enjoyed this scary story, check out HyperWriteai.com.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me this person been in your house 300 times recording you, and you have not found them one time? You must be some type of deep sleeper or something. Like, what?
This website allows you to auto-complete some of your emails, which will save you a ton of time in the future. On the real, this is something I personally use every day, so make sure to check out HyperWriteai.com to check it out. See you guys.
Here are 3 of the most disturbing communities on Reddit. Just a quick heads up, if you have a sensitive stomach, don't go searching these subreddits. Let's start off with some mild stuff, shall we? The Reddit community r/human toilets is not just a place for pictures and videos of people using others as toilets, but also a meeting place for people who want to be used for those types of bodily functions. We live in 2022, and while some kinks are starting to be widely accepted, this shouldn't be one of them. The subreddit r/beating women is a dedicated community full of photos and videos of women being assaulted, but also discussions on how to beat women and inflict the most pain. And the last one, and the one I do not recommend visiting, is eye bleach. A lot of people make the mistake between eye bleach with an A, which is a subreddit for cute animals, and eye bleach without the A, which is just pure gore, videos and images of cruelty, and much more. You'll definitely need to wash your eyes with bleach after seeing that.
Disturbing fan encounters with YouTubers. In this 2018 video, the YouTuber Chili was recording some regularly scheduled spring break content when the YouTuber and her team got to know a fan who showed up to give them a gift.
Okay, so his name is Lance, and look what he... and now look what he gave us.
At about the 4.5-minute mark, the fan makes a break with Chili's purse and runs out the door.
Wait, that's my purse!
Luckily, they're quick enough to catch him and get her purse back as one of them tackles the man to the ground on the lawn.
Why are we would you do that?
It's a prank. It's not even April 4th. It's an April 9th prank.
Gut-wrenching
Dang, he
facts.
tried to steal their purse.
If you electrocute someone while they're submerged in water, it won't leave any burn marks. The victim's muscles will become paralyzed from the electrical current, and they won't be able to swim, and they will ultimately drown. You can die by pooping too hard. If you were sitting on the toilet and you were straining too hard, this will cause your heart rate to drop and your blood pressure to drop. And this ultimately will cause you to faint. Speaking of
I probably
toilets,
came close to death a couple
42 children
times.
die every single year from drowning in a toilet. The world famous dolphin named Flipper became so depressed that she tragically took her own life. And trust me, you don't want to know how she did it. Make sure to press the plus.
People before and after going missing. 3-year-old Riker Webb before he went missing. This was him after.
Yo.
On the 4th of June 2022, 3-year-old Riker Webb vanished while playing with his dog in his backyard.
He was found 2
days later safe and sound in a remote area in the US state of Montana. It's unknown what happened to him during the 2 days that he was missing, but it's truly mind-blowing to think that he survived 2 nights by himself in temperatures below -5 degrees.
These are the scariest curses to use on people in real life, part 3. Okay, to perform this curse, you have to go outside at midnight with a glass cup and make sure nobody is around you. Then say the person's name that you want to curse 10 times over and over again. Next, take the glass cup and throw it on the ground. When it shatters, count how many pieces it's in. And the number that you get is the amount of days it'll take for the person you curse to die. Now pick up every single piece of the glass, but be very careful. Because if you cut yourself with the glass, the curse will then be put on you.
I'm good.
Terrifying moments
That
caught
looked
on
like a stupid
planes.
curse.
All the passengers on this flight were terrified because of this. This
Yo,
flight assistant was inspecting a plane at night when he notices something horrifying.
No, mommy.
This passenger was recording the sky from the plane when suddenly,
What is that? Holy crap.
The Missing Person Series. Welcome to the series where I cover the most mysterious missing person cases and I describe in detail on what happened that night. The purpose of this series is to spread as much information as possible and use my platform in a positive way. This is 23-year-old Bryce Borka, who resides in Minnesota, and he's been missing for the last 37 days. On the night of October 29th, he was with some of his friends on a party bus celebrating Halloween weekend. Bryce and his friends continued partying like normal all the way until the next morning. Once the party bus arrived back to the original place, everybody on the bus was trying to figure out the best way to get home from there. So Bryce and his friends got together and decided to call a Lyft, and it's been reported that Bryce was extremely intoxicated. So intoxicated, in fact, the Lyft driver reported that Bryce tried jumping out of a moving vehicle. Furthermore, Bryce and his friends were dropped off at the pinned location, and Bryce decided he wanted to walk home from there, which was about a 2-mile walk. The walk would have taken 40 to 45 minutes to complete. As we can see, the address where Bryce and his friends were dropped off, it's a very wooded area. In order for Bryce to get home, he would have had to take a right here and continue going down this path. But according to his most recent phone ping, instead of taking a right, he took a left for unknown reasons. The final contact with Bryce was around 3 a.m. when he FaceTimed a couple of his friends, scared out of his mind because he had no idea where he was. He was also really worried that his phone was about to die. His phone died on call after about 12 minutes, and his friends just went to sleep, and they ended up calling the police at 10:30 a.m. the next morning. The police gathered a search party of around 250 people, and not one of them found anything. The police went even as far as searching every river and pond to see if maybe his body was in there, but the only thing they recovered is a tie that could have possibly belonged to him. So the question remains, where is Bryce Borka? Make sure to like and follow for more details on this case.
Where is Bryce? Yo, these are some creepy TikTok stories. I ain't gonna lie, I got chills like in the first, I got goosebumps. I don't know if y'all can see that. Definitely got some goosebumps watching these. But yeah, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.